Hey guys, it is OneOverZero here, bringing you guys back another video. Today is not a live commentary. It is just a rant with a bit of gameplay. This gameplay starts out of me just playing random classes, and then it switches to basically mainly pyro gameplay, and I own all the other pyros. I'll get to that in a second. But anyway, it's a rant about what Team Fortress 2 is. And before I get started, it's not really a, I look beyond it as a first-person shooter. It's not really a first-person shooter. It's more of like a, I'm not going to say hat training simulator, but yeah, it's sort of like that. But it's really a game where you have to, really team up. The team game. It's supposed to teach teamwork. Which is why I'm sort of against people saying, oh, violent video games are so horrible. Play some of these games that Team Fortress 2 and Planetside 2 and actually things like that, they really teach you how to work together. I mean, the team needs a medic, the team needs pyros, the team needs heavies. And I don't think people realize that. They're sort of just like a lot of. I can understand even people coming to the game like, not really used to, team. They probably haven't played Team Fortress 2 yet. I can understand maybe them playing Sniper or something, not really understanding the team aspect. But I'm talking about the people with like their festive scatterguns that, their festive scatterguns at like 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 kills. They join a stack team because they can't play without a good team, which no one can. No one can play without a good team. I'm an epic Team Fortress 2 player when it comes to a team that actually does work. But when it comes to an unbalanced team, which I was auto-balanced to, just very shortly you saw me being auto-balanced. I'm doing absolutely horrible because it requires a team. And if you do that kind of stuff,
why did you kill me? How did you kill me?
if you act like, oh, it's, a first-person shooter, we have to own noobs. It's not about owning noobs. It's about working together with the noobs to teach them how to play and create a utopia. And I made a meme that actually got quite popular. I put a link in the description. A meme based about how people always seem to blame one person. They don't really blame one person. It's just sort of like, oh, it's not my fault, it's the sniper's fault. It's not my fault, it's the medic's fault. I don't know why we do this. It's not my fault, it's the engineer's fault. Now, when you're playing Team Fortress 2, you're talking about everyone's fault. It's not your fault that we lost, it's not his fault that we lost, it's not her fault that we lost. Everyone's fault. I don't think people understand that, because they either have too much of an ego, or they just kind of like the person and really blame everything on themselves. I don't think people realize that it's everyone's fault that the team loses. And when you blame the snipers, or you blame the 2 snipers, or you blame the 3 spies, or you blame the 4 scouts, or you blame the 3 medics, it's not really what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be learning from your mistakes, learning how to construct a better team. You should play a different class. And finding out what classes you're good at, and getting good. It's really about getting good at every class. It's not about getting good at one class and having it being your scout your main, or spy your main, sniper your main, and getting an unusual hat for that, and getting hails and strange for that. The goal is to be good at every class and this sort of mold and shape into what the team needs, because sniper might be your main, but your team already has 3 of them. You cannot pass, even if you're one of the best snipers ever. A 4 sniper team isn't going to win. Right? Or a team with 5 scouts isn't going to win. A team with 3 spies. How don't they people realize that? They're sort of like, oh, I only play scout, sniper, and medic. Only, all the time. I'm not going to play any other class ever. And that's what sort of ruins TF2, besides the hats as well. But, I mean, it just sort of ruins TF2 if you're just sort of like, oh, I'm going to blame it on someone, and I only play this class, and it has to be my way. No one else can, convince me. Like, same thing with Man Up and Co-op. It's sort of, people like to blame it on the sniper. People like to blame it on the heavy or whatever. They're gonna blame it on the spy. How they're losing an MVM. It's like, it's not their fault. It's everyone's fault. It's all the 6 people, all the 12 people, everyone's fault. You can't blame your losses on one singular person or 2 people or just a small group of people. You have a team without a leader. It's everyone's fault. I understand maybe you have a team with a leader. It's their fault. Like, if the army loses, it's obviously going to be blamed on the general and not the privates. But
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's not about, sorry I said it there, it's not about, having leaders. It's about having just a team where you can't 1v12 everyone. You need support, you need offense, you need defense, you need everything. And I don't think people realize that. And then you're getting leaders, and then you have there's a couple jerks, like that guy with the hands-on Festive Huntsman at 12,000 kills, or your person with the Hailzone Rain Blower at 50,000 kills, or the person with the Hailzone Ambassador at 30,000 kills. By the way, I've seen all of those. I mean, they can't take control of the team. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to take control of the team. You need to think. You need to cooperate with everyone else instead of thinking, oh, I'm the leader because I have the most experience. Who knows? You could have someone wearing a ghostly witness, no strangers whatsoever, using a full stock loadout that has 10 times more hours than you. You don't know if you're the most experienced. You don't know if you're the best. Because when it comes to anything, you're always going to have one person that's just a tiny bit more experienced than you. You're not going to have... You can't be the best. And I think it's hard for some people to absorb because we sort of live in that society where, everybody counts and everybody, gets their own customized whatever thing. I don't know. I think people realize that sometimes you need to work together. Sometimes you can't just, you can't just say, oh, it's one person's fault. You can't just say that. You can't just say, oh, I'm the best, so it's never going to be my fault that we lose. You can't do that. That's an impossible statement to make. You just can't make it, because if you're on a team, it requires more than one person to have a team. It requires more than 2 people. It requires more than 3 people to have a team. And when a team loses, when a soccer team loses, when a football team loses, when any team loses, be it video games, real life, World of Warcraft, whatever. I've never played World of Warcraft, so I don't know if there's teams in it, but because I didn't really word it that well. But anyway, it's just people don't really realize that a lot of people are too egocentric. I feel this game is. I kind of like Team Fortress 2 for that reason. Because Team Fortress 2 is like, maybe I'm not going to be the team hero. Maybe I have to rely on the stuff that makes, maybe I have to rely on everyone else. And people think that they have to be the best, and they have to be the, smartest, or the fastest, or the whatever. They think they have to be the best at everything, but you don't. And that's why you have a team to help you do that and help you learn from your mistakes. And this goes deeper than a video game. This goes deeper than, you know, data on a computer. It goes into the actual, you know, human qualities, what makes a society work, how a society, you know, functions. It's based on what everyone does, not just what one person does. You can't have one person save everyone. I know, you know, they have that superheroes and everything saving the entire town. But really, and this gets back into if you're a Blondo's fan, you saw this video. Hank Green says everyone's a hero. Not just the individual person, but us as a whole. You have a good team, that team's going to be the team hero. Not one person. One person can't do the work that 12 people can do. It's just not how it works. You can't have the best person. Well, you find the best person, but it doesn't make them the leader of the team. Just because they have the most experience doesn't mean they're the best at a game. Anyway, so this part of the video, some guy tweeted to me and asked me, this is getting off track, if I know about trading because I spent a Team Spirit paint on my Manco cap, which isn't tradable, and Team Spirit's worth like a lot of crap, and I spent, you know, money on it. And he's like, you know about trading? It's like, yeah, I do. I'm pretty aware of the value of what paint's worth. So, I guess I don't know. I guess people just need to realize that one person isn't going to, you know, save everyone. One person isn't going to do everything. You need a group of people to get something accomplished. You can't just do something on your own. You need people. It doesn't make you manly to avoid people. It makes you stupid when you avoid people. When you avoid people, though, it makes you stupid. It doesn't make you manly. It doesn't make you tough. It doesn't make you smart. It makes you stupid. Staying distant from everyone when you can just use their help and succeed is borderline insane. No one in the right mind would avoid help. And I don't think people realize that. I mean, they think I gotta do it all on my own. I gotta be independent, strong independence, you know, whatever. And this is just my WM1 streak. I had to do that anyway. So I don't think people realize what the meaning of this is. And video games are education. You can't deny that. I don't care how much Parent medical field saying that they make us bad. They don't encourage activity, they encourage violence because they don't. This game, even though it involves fire, you shooting people in the head with a sniper rifle, stabbing them in the back with a butterfly knife, shooting rockets at them, shooting sticky bombs at them, shooting everything at them. Even though that seems violent, it teaches. It's a fun way to teach someone how to, you know, how to work together, and it teaches it in a fun setting people can enjoy. And it, you know, the hats, the trading, that also teaches people economy. They're trading how to avoid being ripped off by some low-life idiot who has nothing else better. People realize that when it comes to video games. They think, oh, it's a video game, it's small, it's humble. It doesn't teach anyone everything because it's mindless and no one thinks, and it's just violence. It's like, it's not violence, it's thought provoking. It teaches you to think quickly, it teaches you to think on the fly, to look around you, to work as a team, to, you know, resort to different methods if you can't solve a problem. It's solved. it's problem solving, and I mean, you can tell that to your parents if you're watching this and you're like, people say video games aren't educational. And granted, you shouldn't play them as often as I do. I mean, I have 80 hours on this game in the past 2 weeks. That's a bit excessive. But I mean, you shouldn't play it. You shouldn't play it as often as I do. But if you play it and you enjoy it and you like to work as a team, you like to talk to other people, socialize. That's another thing to see. Social skills. How to be friendly to someone, how to get them to like you, how to get them to, you know, talk to you, to trade with you, to sell to you, whatever the case may be. And people don't realize that they're just sort of like, they stereotype it and say, oh, video games. You know, like, put their hands up and say they're the most violent, mindless, stupid, entertainment devices I've ever heard of. And they don't think. And this goes to another pretty violent game that I wanted to think that violent, but Trouble in Terroristone. I play that a lot as well. And it's quite a violent game. I mean, you have snipers, you have SMGs, you have AK-47s, you have grenades and crap like that. But really, it's supposed to teach you how to think, and you're not just supposed to run around killing random people. It's supposed to teach you who to trust, who to not trust. When you're innocent, it teaches you, you know, how to trust people. It teaches you how to like think who could, you know, have suspicions, skeptics, stuff like that. It teaches you how to think, you know, properly when it comes to not knowing something and problem solving. And then, when you're a traitor, your goal is to work as a team because you're outnumbered and you need to dispose of these innocent people. And then you have the detectives, which are like supposed to just be helpful team players. By the way, look at this. I own this pyro. Ready, watch. Obviously, I am the better pyro on the server. Second pyro that I own, right there. I think it's the first one. I don't know, but yeah, I was on that list. I don't think people realize that when it comes to stereotyping, and that's why stereotyping, I know, is now frowned upon, because you can really overgeneralize something, you can really alter the meaning of something by just thinking one way or another. And by the way, watch this. That's the same pyro that I own. Tries to trick stab me. Nope. Anyway, so I mean, and then I get a bit cocky, but the point is, people need to learn that these online FPS games aren't like mindless. They teach something. They teach values. They teach you what you're supposed to do. I mean, even, I guess, I'm going to defend a pretty controversial game. Call of Duty, granted it's not a very well-designed game in my opinion. It, again, sort of teaches you to work as a team, granted I've never played it before. But that's at least what I think, and your teams. It might be a bit of a TDM, though. And, well, another thing that I thought is when I was introduced to Arena Mode in Team Fortress 2, I sort of thought, what the heck, Team Fortress 2? This is not teamwork oriented. And then when I really actually played it, I was like, this is more team oriented than ever. Because you gotta have the medics, you gotta have the people to take them out, you're gonna have cooperation, because you only live once. Quite literally YOLO. Because, I mean, once you die, you die, you can't help your team anymore. Granted, you know, when I'm playing, you can respawn. But that you can't. You need to think, and you need to plan ahead. And that's why Team Fortress 2 doesn't really have TDMs and team deathmatches and stuff like that, because that would take away the aspect of team and just make it Fortress 2, which isn't the point of the game. So, I still have actually quite a bit of footage left. Also, look at this sniper. tryhard sniper tries to take me out, but I can't. Anyway, so there's quite a bit of footage left here because it's a game of high tower and how long this can take. So I guess I'm just going to tell you. I guess I can go on for this for a couple of minutes. I guess the point is, I don't want to make this excessive rambling, but people need to realize that stereotyping isn't right, that that you're the star of the team isn't right, that everyone's their own hero, and that you shouldn't really judge people. That's this game teaches so much. It's such a silly background with the administrator and the insane pyro and the the insane pyro and the obscenely drunk demo man, and really dumb sadistic heavy, and all of that crap. I mean, people literally think, oh, Team Fortress 2, or it's just such an immature, mindless game. Really, it's not. It's not mindless or immature at all. People just cease to realize that, and the thinking today is so concrete, people don't think out of the box much anymore. And that's what this game requires you to do, especially if you play a class like Spy or even Pyro, because the Degreaser give you the ability to do combo attacks, but you have to know what those combo attacks are. If you don't know what those combo attacks are, or how to do them, you can't play the class effectively. You just run around spamming lines, and everyone begins to hate you. There are some social skills. So this is the first time I've ever done it. Also, look, watch this. Bam. We're so owned. Ready? Air blast, and bam, you're dead. Anyway, just proving that I'm the best pyro on this server. But anyway, so I guess my point is, this is my first commentary ever, and my first rant ever, and if I went off topic a bit, I sort of bent what I was trying to say, I apologize, but really this is the first rant I've ever done ever, and hopefully you guys will be accepting of the fact that I probably went off on a bunch of tangents. Anyway, we still have about 1 minute of this footage left. If you want a spoiler, I'm not going to give you a spoiler. But I guess the point is, I'll leave you with some more stuff about. I don't know. I've written out of stuff to talk about. So. Also, okay, fine, we'll do some Q&A, because I really ran out of stuff to talk about. If you're wanting to ask what my main classes are, what the classes I like to play, they aren't like the ones they're probably the ones I play the most, I don't know. The classes I like to play the most are Sniper, Spy, Pyro, and Sniper, Spy, Pyro, Engineer, Medic. Those are the classes I like to play. And those are the only classes I have Strangers for. I also have Strangers for Scout as well, but I don't play Scout. I don't really enjoy Scout as much as I enjoy other classes. So, those are my mains. I have a lot of mains because I really enjoy this game. And if you were to ask me why I'm doing this game, I'd have to say, well, what I was talking about earlier, the teamwork that it requires to actually get something achieved. And just the funny comical background, the personalities of all the different classes, the comedy that comes with it, the variety that comes with it. That also comes with the classes as well. I mean, and people just don't happen to realize that. They think that I had this friend, his name is Damon, and he sort of made fun of me for playing this game a lot, and I'm like, dude, do you realize why I like to play this game? That's the reason why we like to play Mind Z excessively, and Mind Z has horrible language and really, really bad assumers.
2, 1.
And I don't know. That's about it. If you have any other Q&As, just leave them in the comments. Do you have any other elaboration on what I thought here? I don't know. You just leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to give my thought on your thought. And finally, just to close out, spread the word.